Coming up on this episode of Admiral Ocean, we'll see how some students got an inside look at what different jobs are needed to run a pro baseball team. We'll find out how some students took learning from the classroom to the real world of public safety. We get an inside story on some competitions students have been involved with, and we'll see what else is going around the school district. Of course, we'll have updates on weather and sports. Today is March 13th, 2026, and this is Admiral Ocean.
Good morning, Gulfport High. I'm Johnny Blake.
And I'm Julian McHugh. This is episode 19 of season 7. Thanks for joining us.
Students got a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to run a professional baseball team this week. As part of the Gulfport 100 program, students spent the day job shadowing staff with the Biloxi Shuckers organization at Keesler Federal Park. Students rotated through several departments across the organization, from retail marketing to stadium operations. For many of the students, the experience showed them that running a baseball team takes far more than what happens on the field during a game. Business and marketing play a major role in the success of the Shuckers organization. Staff members work to promote games and special events throughout the season, encouraging fans to come out to the ballpark and be a part of the experience.
The importance of business and marketing with the Shuckers here is that we want people to come out to our games. So if we don't market, then people wouldn't know to come out to our games. So I say when going to school, you want to learn the best practices of marketing. You want to know the timings of when to post on social media.
Another important piece of the operation happens right under the players' feet. Groundskeepers work regularly to keep the grass healthy and in the top condition, helping create a great experience for both players and fans.
They keep their grass real nice, and it's actual real grass, not turf. So they have to keep that maintained once a week.
Students also saw how the team's media department connects the game to fans who can't make it to the stadium. The media team shares highlights, updates, and information about special events throughout the season.
Personally, I feel like the importance of the media team is to give people that are not at the game more on a look of any kind of event that we have at the Shucker Stadium.
The visit gave students a hands-on look at the many careers that help keep a professional baseball organization running smoothly. Gulfport 100 exposes students to all sorts of careers and how involved in an organization, students see firsthand how most businesses and companies actually have many careers from all sorts of fields. If you want to see what the Gulfport 100 can do for you, from job shadowing experiences like this to actual job placement, go see Career Coach Wilson in room 213.
One of the best things at GHS is how students can take away what they learned from the school. One of the ways that we see this is when students participate in competitions. On the last weekend in February, Miss Kidd took some of her students from the Admiral Theater to an annual competition known as ThesCon and Meridian. Theater 2 and Advanced Theater both received recognition for outstanding use of props in their productions. Zykeria Alexander, Theo Patrick, Jordan Cole, and Madison Rawls all made All-Star cast. Theo Patrick earned a Superior Medal in solo acting. Cadence Daniels, Soleil Hughes, and Theo Patrick earned Superior Medals in musical solos. Culinary Arts has also been competing. The team Coastline Cooks took their culinary skills to the University of Southern Mississippi last week to compete in the Junior Chef State competitions. Teammates Manilow Cohen, Trevion Valentine, Kalia Ramos, and Morris Robertson prepared their pork tenderloin dish that won the regional championship back in January. At this competition, students got to take what they've been taught in the classroom and put what knowledge and skills to use. They also got a chance to see what it's like to function in a real team in an environment where everything they do is being judged. Chef Wyndham, along with all of us, are super proud of their performance in the kitchen at USM, where they earned 3rd place in the state. It was a great experience that will help shape the team as they go into their careers in the culinary arts.
Some say when football season ends, the band is done with competitive marching for the year. Not so. There is an entire season of indoor competition, and GHS has 4 indoor teams: junior varsity and varsity color guard, winds, and percussion. Competition is really heating up now as the dates for World Finals in Dayton approach. As the teams get ready for the big WGI Finals, they try to perform in several competitions to get the feedback from judges. This past Saturday, our band hosted the Rhythm and Waves contest for indoor winds, percussion, and color guard, and 48 teams came to compete. This competition saw some of the best indoor teams from not only the state, but from across the entire South. and our teams really showed their talent and skill as they put in the final touches on their performances to get ready for Dayton. Both the junior varsity and varsity color guard teams took first place and did the wins team. The percussion team demonstrated their talent and took the second place win in their class. With the competitions in Dayton right around the corner, our indoor teams are putting the final touches on their shows and perfecting their performances. We are very excited to see how they shine on the worldwide stage next month. We know they will make us very proud.
We often hear the expression, "it takes a village," when people talk about education. Here in Gulfport, one can see many examples of community helping education of this next generation. The Gulfport Fire Department partners with Mr. Nikes to teach law and public safety students. Members of the fire department take our students through a 6-week training program. The training program started back in January when some members of the Gulfport Fire Department came here on campus and took students through a search and rescue training. On February 11th, firefighters came again to provide students with fire suppression training. Now, students are going to the department's own training facilities. Last week, Mr. Nikes took his students to Fire Station 7 on Cowan Road, where they participated in training on extrication techniques. Students got to try some hands-on experience using tools such as the jaws of life to move objects, simulating the skills needed to reach crash victims for rescue. And this Tuesday, students visited Fire Station 3 on Pass Road, where firefighters took students through a training course in rappelling. Here, the students got to experience firsthand another level of training firefighters go through that they prepare for the career. It was a great opportunity most students never get, and a great example of how members of the community here in Gulfport work with our schools to provide greater learning for the students of GHS.
True, there are a lot of things going on here at GHS, but there are plenty of things happening all around the Gulfport School District. Last week, some students from Central Elementary got their hands wet learning about the local marine life and habitats. The second grade visited the Institute for Marine Mammal Studies, learning about some of the animals that live here right on our Gulf Coast. Students got to interact with the birds and horseshoe crabs and also enjoyed many of the hands-on exhibits at IMMS. Following the celebration of CTE programs during National CTE Month, our CTE Director Ms. Hornback and STEM instructor Meg Barnes each received grants for $5,000 from Ingalls Shipbuilding as part of their STEM grant program. They will be able to use this gift from Ingalls to enhance the CTE programs at Bayview Middle School and here at GHS. And the celebration continued. The Gulfport School District was honored by the Mississippi School Board Association with the Leadership and Governance Award for our school board's service to the students and community. In addition, the district also received the Lighthouse School Leader Award, highlighting the strong leadership helping move our district forward.
There's an awful lot going on in Admiral Sports. Let's go to the studio to get the latest from our sports anchors.
Hey Admirals, I'm Nolan Bridges.
And I'm Nate Coleman, and this is your weekly sports update. Thanks for joining us. Tennis matched up against our rival Biloxi. The match final was 5-2 in favor of Gulfport. The Admirals won one single match and 4 double matches. In district, they have a record of 4-0. Next match is against St. Patrick.
Admiral Baseball played against Starkville this previous Monday. The Admirals won in a close game, finishing 10-9. The Admirals scored 6 runs in the second inning and then put multiple one-run innings. At the time of recording, the Admirals are 7-4, being second in district with a 3-0 record. Their next matchup is the first game of the series against West Harrison at the Herb next Tuesday. Softball matched up against Van Cleve last Friday. Gulfport won 5-2 with getting a run in the first inning, 3 runs in the third inning, and 1 in the 7th inning. With this great performance, softball has a 2-game winning streak with their record being 7-4 at the time of recording. Their next game is at Harrison Central next Tuesday.
As we get closer to spring, we are seeing warmer temps, but that means on again, off again rain. Here's Julie Flores with a look at what you can expect in your weather here on the Gulf Coast.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Julie Flores, and I have your weather forecast for the next several days. This morning started pretty chilly, but the rain seems to have cleared out. We'll have mostly sunny skies today with our high in the low 60s. We might see the temps reaching as high as 71 in the afternoon, but it won't be a warm 71 with the humidity staying pretty low today. Our overnight low will be 53 as the humidity begins to rise through the evening. Your weekend forecast looks like real spring weather. The highs will be in the upper 70s and low 80s. We have a very low chance of rain this weekend, so it should be a great opportunity to get out and enjoy the spring-like weather. The highs will be in the low 60s the first half of the week. Wednesday we might get close to 70, but by Friday we are right back up to the upper 70s. As of right now, it doesn't look like we have much in the chance of rain for the next 7 days. But that can of course change. Just check out the daily post on Instagram to see if you need an umbrella during the week. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Students here at Gulfport High are continuing a mission that is already changing lives thousands of miles away. Last month, a group of robotics students traveled to Lima, Peru as part of the Step Forward project, delivering prosthetic legs to people in need. But that trip was only the first half of the mission. 5 more student volunteers from the construction and the engineering programs traveled today to San Jose, Costa Rica to continue the work.
We set up tables and we kind of did like an assembly line type thing for their prosthetics because we have to assemble different parts because each school does a different part of the leg. And so once they were assembled, we had a group of students who would work with different amputees, and we would have translators. We would also have someone that kind of knew the background of the legs.
Trips like this come with significant costs, and organizers say the community can help support the effort. The Step Forward Project organization is currently holding a fundraiser raffle featuring a large gift basket filled with gift cards for businesses like Chick-fil-A and Home Depot, along with snacks, coffee, and skincare products. Getting a raffle ticket is simple, and it helps support a project that is making a real difference.
So for the Step Forward project, we are doing a raffle basket to help fund our trips. You can either buy one ticket for $5, or you can buy 5 tickets for $20. And what's in the raffle basket, it's got all kinds of gift cards, beauty items, and different things like that. And the more tickets that we get sold, the more we can help fund our trip.
Supporters say while items in the gift basket may only last a short time, the impact of helping someone walk again can truly last a lifetime.
Everyone has an opinion, and everyone deserves a chance to exercise their voice. Step up to the mic, Admirals, and tell us what you think. Here's Ian Price with this week's Student Voice.
As we go through the never-ending journey that is life, there are people that we go through the journey with, such as our friends and family. But there is also special companions that we adapt into our lives, that being pets. The most common pets to own are cats and dogs. We were curious to discover if students would rather prefer to own a cat or a dog.
I would prefer a cat because I feel like cats are more suitable to take care of themselves than a dog, and I own a cat myself.
I would rather own a cat than a dog. Because cats be making me mad.
A dog, even though my mom was scared of it. I think I'd rather own a dog because they're just, not as annoying as cats. Cats are just really annoying.
A dog because they're not as bad as cats. Cats leave too much hair and stuff.
A dog because, I don't know, they're just better.
I would say a dog because they're so loving and I love them.
I think I'd rather own a dog because I have a cat, don't really like my cat, so just prefer my dog over them.
I say a cat because I've just been a cat person my whole life. I grew up with one.
A dog.
A dog because my family grew up around dogs and my grandma had a lot of them.
That is all for this episode. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube where you can catch current and past episodes of Admiral Ocean. And be sure to follow us on Instagram where we will have breaking news, special info between episodes, and a weather feature as well. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.